Episode 8, Forgotten by the Ruthless Mafia. Current of electric anticipation surged through Audrey as Leslie stepped into the office, his guards sealing the door behind him like sentinels guarding a throne room. Power entered with him. He carried it in the way he walked, measured, unhurried, lethal. Authority clung to him like a second skin. The air itself seemed to tighten. He was devastating in a tailored white suit that sculpted his broad frame to perfection, silver designer shoes catching the light with every step. A diamond-cut wristwatch gleamed against his wrist, subtle, expensive, untouchable. His thick shoulder-length hair framed a face carved in dominance, green eyes that could burn empires to ash. Audrey felt the breath leave her lungs. He was more magnificent than she remembered. More dangerous. He didn't notice her. He was on a call, an aggressive one. His voice was low, deadly calm, the kind that promised violence without raising volume. "Bring that bastard to me, now." The command cracked through the room like a gunshot. He strode past her desk without sparing her a glance. For a split second, a smile had risen to her lips, hopeful, fragile. But it died instantly as he brushed past her like she was nothing. Nothing. Shock rooted her in place. He didn't look at her. He didn't speak to her. He didn't recognize her. The realization struck harder than any slap. Had he truly forgotten? Her pulse thundered painfully in her chest. If he didn't remember her, what was she doing here? She had stepped into the lion's den believing, hopping, that somewhere inside him there was still the man who once held her hand. Prepare his coffee. No, introduce herself first. Her thoughts tangled into panic. Her palms were damp. Her entire body trembled with adrenaline and expectation. He had to sit first, right. Maybe he would look up then. Maybe. He disappeared into his office without a word. The door shut. The silence that followed felt heavier than his shouting. Audrey remained seated for several long seconds, staring at the closed door like it had personally betrayed her. She rose slowly. She wasn't dressed like a secretary. She wore an elegant white gown that clung gracefully to her slim figure, glittering heels lifting her posture. Her brown hair was styled neatly, parted at the center, framing her delicate features. Her blue eyes, soft, innocent, painfully expressive, contrasted with the ruthless corporate empire surrounding her. She didn't belong here. Yet she had chosen this. She had applied to be his secretary just to stand near him again, just to see him, just to know he was alive, whole, recovering. But now she felt foolish. Was this bravery or self-destruction? She inhaled shakily. She could do this. She had to. Closing her eyes, she whispered silent encouragement to herself. Her fingers flexed to release the tension clawing through her nerves. She adjusted her posture, swallowed hard, and approached his office door. Her hand hovered. Then she knocked. "I said come in." His voice exploded from inside. "Are you deaf?" She flinched. Her fingers tightened around the handle. Slowly, carefully, she opened the door. He sat behind his desk like a king on a war throne, eyes fixed on his laptop, jaw set in stone. The room radiated cold authority. She stepped inside, stopping several feet from his desk. Up close, he was unbearable. The memory of their night together flashed across her mind. How she had been too shy to touch him, how he had held her hand. Now she stood before him, starving for the warmth of his arms, yet separated by an invisible wall of power. His shirt fit him flawlessly, accentuating the hard lines of his muscular build. Every inch of him screamed control. She tried to speak. Nothing came out. Once, he had allowed her to call him by his name. Now it felt forbidden. Good morning, Mr. Russell," she managed, her voice fragile. He didn't look up. I'm Audrey Malcolm," she continued carefully. "Your new secretary." Still nothing. A flicker of panic ignited in her chest. Did he hear her? She repeated herself. This time he lifted his head. Hope burst inside her like light breaking through darkness. He would recognize her. He had to. She smiled. His brows furrowed. His green eyes locked onto her, not with recognition, not with warmth, but with irritation. Cold. Assessing. Ruthless. Her smile died slowly. His gaze dragged down her body in a slow, cutting inspection that felt like being stripped of dignity. Heat flooded her cheeks. She lowered her eyes instinctively. How dare you rest your hand on my chair while standing before me? His voice was no longer loud. It was worse. It was controlled fury. She jerked back immediately, unaware she had even touched it. Who are you? He demanded sharply. Her heart stopped. He truly didn't know. Use the door if you lack basic manners, he snapped, slamming his fist onto the desk. The sound made her gasp. I'm Audrey Malcolm, she stuttered again, her hands trembling violently now. His eyes swept over her once more, calculating, dismissive, almost contemptuous. Her legs weakened. Tears began gathering before she could stop them. No, not here. Not in front of him. She fought them desperately, blinking hard, lowering her gaze. The pressure of his stare felt like a physical weight pressing her into the ground. Cold sweat dampened her forehead. Her spine prickled with nerves. How could he not remember? She had known memory loss was possible. She had prepared herself for distance. But she hadn't prepared for this. For being reduced to a stranger. The first tear escaped. It slid down her cheek before she could stop it. She quickly wiped it away with her palm. Leslie's fist slammed against the desk again. She jumped violently. What is that on your face? He demanded, his voice edged with steel. Look at me. She froze. Look at me. The command was not loud. It was absolute. Her breath shook as she slowly raised her tear-glossed blue eyes to meet his burning green ones. And in that moment, there was no romance. No memory. No softness. Only a king who had forgotten the girl who once meant something. And a girl standing in the empire of a man who no longer knew her name.